Hello dear guys, welcome to my one more video lecture, and in this video lecture you are going to learn about the nervous system in Hydra. So first of all you need to know that Hydra is the organism belonging from the phylum called as Cnidaria. So Cnidaria is the phylum from which Hydra belongs, so it is the organism. Okay, uh, the Cnidaria phylum contains the organisms. These organisms are called as Cnidarians. That means the organisms belonging from the phylum Cnidaria are called as the Cnidarians. Okay, so Cnidarians shows the simple nervous system. We are going to talk about the nervous system in the Hydra. Okay, and Hydra belongs from the phylum this Cnidaria. So maximum organisms or almost all the organisms from the phylum Cnidaria, they shows the simple nervous system. Okay, the nervous system is simple in them. As the evolution takes place and the multicellularity is seen, then the all the body systems tends to become complex. Okay, but in case of the primitive organisms, or in case of the primitive phyla, the nervous system as well as all the other body processes or other body systems, they seems to be simple one. Okay, now Hydra typically shows diffused nervous system. Know that Hydra shows the diffused nervous system. So what is the meaning of the diffused nervous system? The nervous system which is scattered throughout the body. Okay, which is scattered throughout the body is called as diffused nervous system. If someone asks you that what is the diffused nervous system, then you have to tell them that the nervous system which is scattered throughout the body is called as the diffused nervous system. Okay, for example, this is the Hydra. Okay, this is the Hydra, and you can see in this figure, okay, uh, this is the basal part of the Hydra, which is known as basal disc. Okay, this is the basal disc, and this is the upper part. Upper part is containing the finger like processes or the finger like structures, and these finger like structures are called as tentacles. These are the tentacles. Okay, and you can see this is the whole body. Okay, this is the whole body of the organism. These are the tentacles. Okay, whole body, and the nervous system is scattered throughout the body. You can see, I will show this with the green color. So you can see everywhere the net is there. You can see everywhere this is the net, and this net is the nerve net. This net is called as the nerve net. In this way the nervous system is scattered throughout the body, and hence this type of nervous system is called as the diffused nervous system. Okay, this is the diffused nervous system. After that, if someone asks you that this diffused nervous system or the primitive nervous system is seen in which organisms, then you can tell them this diffused nervous system or the primitive nervous system is seen in the phylum Ctenophora. Okay, so Ctenophora is another phylum. The organisms belonging this phylum, they also contains the primitive nervous system or the diffused nervous system. Okay, NS stands for the nervous system. I am just showing it with the abbreviation. So along with this Ctenophora, along with this Ctenophora, the gut of the humans, also contains the diffused nervous system. That means diffused nervous system is seen in the ctenophora organisms as well as in the gut of the humans. Okay, then later you can see the in case of hydra or in case of cnidarians. Okay, in case of hydra or cnidarians, the nervous system is consisting of the two parts. Okay, it is consisting of the two parts. First part, that is it is consisting of the sensory cells. Okay, the sensory cells, and another one is the nerve cells. Nerve cells. Okay, these nerve cells, these are also called as neurons. Okay, and their fibers. So the question can be asked over here: the nervous system in cnidarians or in hydra, okay, in case of cnidarians or in case of hydra, is consisting of what? So it is consisting of the sensory cells as well as the nerve cells and their fibers. So these are the three components of the nervous system in cnidarians or in the hydra. Okay, so just let us see. If we talk about the sensory cells, okay, so sensory cells are found in the body wall of the hydra. It is found in the body wall of the hydra as well as in the tentacles. Okay, if someone asks you that what is the location of the sensory cells, then you can tell them in the body wall of the hydra as well as in the tentacles of the hydra. Right now we have seen the finger like processes that are found towards the mouth of the hydra called as the tentacles. Okay, and in case of the nerve cells, okay, nerve cells or neurons, they are scattered throughout the body. Okay, throughout the body, and these nerve cells, they shows the synapses, or they shows the connection in between the nerve fibers. Okay, suppose that these are the two nerves. Okay, suppose that this is one nerve, this is one neuron and this is the another neuron. So in between these two neurons the synapse is found. Okay, this is the synapse, the gap junction between the two adjacent neurons is called as the synapse. So in this way we can say that this nervous cells, or these are the neurons, okay, or the nerve fibers, they forms the synapses. Then later, if we see the hydra, let us see over here. If we take out the section of this part, okay, wait a second, I will take red ink. Yes, if we take out this much part, okay, then the hydra will show you the three layers. Okay, the body of the hydra is consisting of the three layers. The outermost layer, this is the outermost layer, okay, it is called as epidermis. Okay, outermost layer is called as epidermis. This is the middle one, okay, middle layer or middle wall, it is called as the mesoglea. And the innermost one is called as the endodermis. Or it is also called as gastrodermis. Okay, gastrodermis. The word dermis is related with the skin. Okay, derma, skin. So in this way we can say that The hydra shows the body wall of the hydra shows the three layers. Okay, the outermost one is called as the epidermis, the middle one is called as the mesoglea, and the innermost one is called as the endodermis. Okay, so the two nerve nets are seen in the mesoglea. Okay, you can see that mesoglea is the middle wall or middle layer. It contains the two nerve nets. Okay, this is one and this is second. Suppose that these are the two nerve nets, and these two nerve nets are connected with the epidermis on one side, and they connected to the endodermis on another side, like that. They are connected to epidermis as well as endodermis on both the sides. Okay, so this is about the nerve nets found in the mesoglea. Okay, then later actually if the activation of sensory cell is takes place in this region. Okay, suppose that this is the region I have shown over here, and the sensory cells of this region, they get activated. Okay, activated sensory cells. Okay, the sensory cells, they get activated, then the formation of the impulse is takes place, and that impulse may move in any direction. Okay, that impulse, suppose that I show this impulse with the black color, so that impulse may go in any direction. The point of initiation is over here. Okay, the point of initiation or the activation of the sensory cell is over here, and after the sensory cell is get activated, the impulse is formed, and that impulse may be move or transfer in any direction. That means there is no fixed direction of the transmission of the impulse that is seen in case of the humans or in case of the vertebrates. We will see that later on. Okay, and finally we can say that these are the tentacles, and the function of these tentacles is to capture prey, Okay, with the help of the tentacles, the hydra can capture the prey, or also these tentacles help in the movement. Okay, so these are the two functions of these tentacles. So in this way we have seen about the nervous system in hydra in brief.